Now the question is, can everybody live on self-hypnosis? Okay, that's a pretty good question. And what is self-hypnosis? Self-hypnosis is something that you have to hypnotize yourself to do the right thing with, without conscious. Without conscious, you have to do the right thing. Like how you are extremely disciplined. When you take the Instagram to search something and you saw one reel and you scroll down and you saw another reel and you scroll down and it goes for hours and hours. And you might not know that. You have taken Instagram to do some shit. Or you might have taken Instagram to search somebody's account or to text someone. But that one reel have made you, unconscious about what you were actually trying to do. And you moved on that hypnosis. And self-hypnosis is something exactly opposite about it. You have to do something very consciously. Do the right thing consciously. And that's what self-hypnosis really means. And if you ask me what are the goods or what are the pros of self-hypnosis, it is way better than believing in a simulated world. We are in a simulated world where all our transactions, all our communications, the privacy have become some kind of joke these days. And you can understand that everything that you share on Instagram, Facebook, or any kind of social media is being watched or being spied by the headquarters of the app and the people who have the most shares on the app. So privacy is something, kind of a joke these days. And if you are self-hypnotized to do the right thing, and if you can self-hypnotize to do the very good thing for your life and for your mind, it's probably like achieving heaven. Most people have told me like being disciplined is like living in a hell. No, it's not. Being disciplined is living in a heaven. Because I'll tell you, waking up at 4 a.m. is some difficult thing. And doing a workout for 2 or 3 hours continuously is somewhat difficult. Going on a good diet, eating a good diet is difficult. Working out, doing the right work, it's all difficult. But you are hypnotized yourself to do the most right thing. And it said that, science have told this, it said that when you do the same thing with conscious for at the bare minimum of 19 to 21 days, that becomes habit. And if you do the right thing, if you're in a right discipline, doing with consciousness and doing that for 19 to 21 days, that becomes a habit. You might wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow without consciousness, because that's a habit. And that's how you have to make your self-hypnosis right. And this is also self-hypnosis when you take your phone, check on reels, and that checking goes on for hours and hours. You might not know that. And that's also self-hypnosis. That's a lack of discipline. Your brain has been, mashed up like a mashed potato, and you even don't know what you're doing. Rather than living a life like that, it's better to die. You're not helpful to anybody. You're not giving any value to the world or the people who depend on you. Nobody's dependent on some person like that. And you're not financially good, you're broke, you're depressed. That's a very, very, very bad stage to be in. I wouldn't be there. If I were you, I would have immediately changed the way of my thinking, the way I work, and established a good discipline a good diet, and be on top of the world again. See, self hypnosis can be, turned in a way you want to be, and make everything in your favors. Do the right thing at the right time. It goes like that. And for some self hypnosis tip, I would recommend this book. This book is by Robert Greene. It's called The Power. And there's one more book called The War. It tells about how human psychology works. It have probably more stories, and you'll understand when you start reading things. These stories will relate to the way of human thinking and human psychology, and it'll help you make decisions in those situations, so you can clearly understand the way you're living and analyze at which stage you are at, and put the right decision, and probably get out of what you don't want to be in. So that's all about self hypnosis. You have to do the right thing consciously and be in discipline very consciously. And this is a tip that if you do the right thing, if you be in a discipline very consciously for 90 to 21 days, it becomes a habit. You will do the same thing on 22nd day automatically. And that's what I have to say. And until we see next time, stay hard.